Alright, CM Punk and AJ Lee versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. I didn't talk about AJ Lee returning. Honestly, probably one of the best returns of all time. Like, one of. Bro, it's been 10 years since this chick is gone, bro. You gotta understand something, alright? This is my childhood crush, alright? I have a story that I want to share about AJ Lee, alright? So, I was in school. I was in school, very young age, around, I want to say, this was around 2011, 2012, so I don't know how old I would have been, but I was very young, okay? A very, very young, very, very impressionable kid. This other kid of mine, wait, what? This other kid of mine? This other student of mine? No, this other student, what am I on about? This other friend of mine, went to a wrestling show that was in my hometown in Birmingham. Now, obviously, around this time, you don't get shows in the UK, okay? Shows in the UK were pretty rare back in like 2011, 2012, 2013. I was going to school. I didn't really have the time. We didn't really have the greatest financial situation at the time as well. So it was kind of hard for us to like make wrestling shows a thing to go to. You know what I'm saying? So my friend went to one, apparently. I still don't think I don't think he's telling the truth. And basically, he went to a wrestling show. He went to one in Birmingham. Apparently, he sat in the front row and he touched AJ Lee. And he said, yeah. And he came to school the next day and said, yeah, man, I went to the Birmingham show and I touched AJ Lee. And obviously, as you know, a kid that's growing up, you know, a kid that's rising through the ranks, a kid that's like, you know, getting there in life, you know what I'm saying? I looked at him and I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool, you know what I mean? And then he showed us the hand that he used to touch AJ Lee with. And I looked at that hand and I said, hey, let me dap you up real quick. So I dapped him and I smelt my own hand, bro. Yep. I'm ashamed to say it, but I smell. That's on the internet now. That's my digital footprint. Yeah, bro. Like, I smelt my own hand. I did. After that dap, I smelt my own hand, man. And that's the gooning levels that we were at back in the day. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm not kidding about the story. The story is kind of true. But basically, so obviously now you know how big of an AJ fan I am, and yeah, CM Punk and AJ Lee versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'll keep it a stack. I think CM Punk and AJ Lee are gonna win. I think that this is gonna be a very lopsided win, in my opinion. I think AJ Lee will pin Becky Lynch. That is gonna happen. Okay, CM Punk isn't gonna pin Rollins. Let's be honest, because it just doesn't really make sense for Rollins to lose. I feel like AJ has been gone for so long to the point where she kind of needs a pinfall win. So yeah,